Well, hi. In this fast and dirty video, I'm going to show you how to do some basic filtering on a spreadsheet. Right now I have open a spreadsheet with lists of students in column A, with a list of their grade levels in column B, and some checkboxes in column C that are going to indicate whether or not they have emails set up. Notice that I have frozen the header column. That means that I can scroll down and the header column remains constant. You can do that by choosing View Freeze, and I'm going to say no row this time, and notice when I scroll, the header column scrolls with it. This time I'm going to choose View Freeze and one row, because I just want the one row frozen. And again, when I scroll, the header column stays nice and still. That's the way I normally like it, especially if I'm going to be filtering things, okay? So let's start off by choosing column A, the entire column, by just clicking in the A box. Notice it's all highlighted. Then I'm going to go over here to this icon over here on the right that says Create a Filter. Click on it. Notice when I click on it, the Create a Filter icon turns green. And over here in column A, there's a little tiny filter icon in the column itself. Let's click on that little icon, and we have this dialog box that comes up. And there are different ways that we can filter. We can filter by color, we can filter by condition, we can filter by values. Let's try by color first, shall we? Filter by color. Now, I have highlighted a few of the cells yellow. I've also made some of the text of some of the names red. So first, let's filter by color with the fill color of yellow. And notice that when I choose that, only the yellow highlighted cells show up. Pretty cool, huh? Let's move out of that and let's try it again, choosing that little filter icon, filter by color. This time the text color, I'm going to choose red. And notice the three students that I had texted, set up in red, now show up, and only they show up. So that's pretty cool. One thing I want to warn you about though, when you use color for a filter, make sure you choose the exact color. Red, for example, if you put some text in red, you might choose the exact red and some other shades of red that look really, really close, but they're not exactly the same as the other reds you chose. Well, you need to have all the reds nice and uniform if you're going to be able to filter them exactly just like this, okay? So just a cautionary word there. Let's choose a different way to filter this time. Let's choose by condition. So down here it says filter by condition. Let's choose that. When we do, this little box underneath says none. Let's click in that box. And we have all these different ways we can filter by a condition. We're not going to do all of them. Let's do a couple of them. First, let's do text starts with. Let's say we just want to see all the students whose last names start with F. So we have text starts with. We're going to put in the letter F in the box underneath and choose OK. And what we get as a result is just all those students whose names start with F in all grade levels. Notice there's some 6th, 7th, and 8th there. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Let's move out of this. Let's choose that little icon one more time. Choose filter by condition. Choose that little box under there. This time, let's say we want to just choose all the students who have hyphenated names. Interesting, huh? So we're going to choose text contains. And underneath, we're just going to put in that little box where it says value or formula, a hyphen. That's all. Choose OK. And notice that all the students who now appear have hyphenated last names. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's move out of this and choose one more way that we can filter with the names, and that's by values. Now all the values are below, and the values actually are all the students' names. We're going to clear them all out this time. And let's say we want Caitlin Cox, and we want Jordan Finks, and we want Liliana Hasdell, and that's all we want, just those three. Choose OK, and they're the ones that show up. We filtered by those three students. That's pretty cool. Let's turn this filter off by going up to the filter icon again and clicking on it, and now it is not green any longer, and there's no little filter icon in column A. This time we'll go to column B. And again, we'll choose the filter icon. We have that little icon in column B. We're going to choose that. And let's say this time we just want to show the 8th grade students. So down the bottom, we're filtering by values. And we're going to uncheck the blanks, uncheck 6, and uncheck 7. So all that is checked is 8, and we're going to choose OK. And the result is all we have are 8th grade students. Pretty cool. Let's turn that filter off again. This time, let's go over to column C, where we have those check boxes. And this time we want to find out who does not have an email. And the students who do not have an email would be the ones that have no check in their check boxes, right? So let's turn on the filter. Let's choose this little filter icon in column C. And we have blanks, false, and true. We don't want blanks, and we don't want true, because true means the boxes are checked. False means they're not checked. So we have false checked. We're going to choose OK. And we see here that 4 students do not have emails. So that's really, really useful, right? Okay, now, that's some basic filtering. Let me show you one more thing, though. Let's say that you're collaborating with another person who's working on the spreadsheet with you, and you want to play around with the data. You want to do some filtering, but you don't want to mess up that person and what they're seeing. Because if you choose this filter icon over here, anytime you filter something, they're going to see the same filter. And let's say you don't want to do that right now because you don't want to mess them up. So here's what you do. Instead of choosing that icon, let's choose again the check boxes. This time let's choose data. We're going to choose filter views instead of create a filter. We're going to create a new filter view. And this looks pretty similar but a little bit different. It has this big black stripe on the top and stuff. It'll still filter, but now whoever you're collaborating with won't see what you're doing with the data. So again, let's say we just want to see who doesn't have an email. We choose that little icon there. We take off blanks, take off true, so all that is checked is false. We choose OK. And there again, you see the same kind of results, but this time it's kind of in secret because your collaborator can't see what you're doing. So that can be really, really helpful if you're working on the same spreadsheet with someone else. You close the filter view by simply choosing this X over on the right-hand side of that big black strip, and now it's gone, okay? If you need to erase it, you go back to Data, go back to Filter Views, and I can just delete all filter views from there, and now they're all gone. So those are some basic ways you can use filters in spreadsheets to kind of help play with the data and find information that you need fast. I hope this was helpful. Bye.